Hello and welcome back to my series about Titian's poesy paintings created for Philip II of Spain. In this video, we are going to look at the third painting that Titian sent to Philip II. It's Perseus and Andromeda. We've already met Perseus. He is Danae's son, and if you recall, that deadly discus dispatcher. What I haven't mentioned is that actually Perseus was incredibly close to his mum, and he really undertook to protect her at all costs. And so it was as a sort of wager really on her behalf that he agreed to the crazy challenge of killing the Gorgon Medusa and bringing her head back in a bag to prove his triumph. Of course, he was triumphant, and it's on his way home that he spots Andromeda chained to a rock. So that is the subject of this third poesy painting. And of course, like all of the others, it comes from Greek mythology, and in particular from Ovid's Metamorphoses. But what is Andromeda doing chained to a rock? Well, it's all her mother's fault. Andromeda's mother is terribly boastful, and she has been boasting even to the sea nymphs that her daughter is more beautiful than they are. The sea nymphs did not take kindly to this, to put things mildly, and so they went off to Neptune to complain in the strongest of terms. Neptune was furious, I'm sure, but also, let's face it, probably just a little bit beleaguered by the sea nymphs. But he decreed that to put things right, a sacrifice should be made. And so poor Andromeda is chained up and left to the mercies of the horrible sea monster Cetus. Except Perseus, the hero, comes to the aid of this damsel in distress and pulls some pretty impressive moves whilst he's at it. Now, you would be forgiven for thinking that Perseus is about to nosedive into the sea, or even worse, into Cetus's open jaws. But don't forget, Perseus, although he is a mortal, he's not just any old mortal. Remember that golden shower of coins? Perseus is, of course, Zeus's son. And so whilst he's not a god, he is very much favoured by the gods. And when he set out on his journey to kill Medusa, he had a visit from Zeus's messenger, Hermes, who brought him some very helpful gifts. He brought him a pair of winged sandals, so Perseus is able to fly, a mirrored shield, a sword, and also an invisibility hat. He must have thought all of his Christmases had come at once. Oh, I don't know whether he's wearing the invisibility hat. I'm assuming he is. He has a hat on, and certainly the sea monster kind of looks as though he's sort of looking past him a little bit. Andromeda is facing away from him, so we don't know whether she would be able to see him or not, but she certainly knows that he's around because she's pulling a very winning pose, isn't she? Unlike Venus and Adonis, this is a story with a happy ending. So Perseus is the hero. He does slay the sea monster. He rescues Andromeda. They get married and they live happily ever after. So that's the story of Perseus and Andromeda. Next time, we're going to look at just how Titian has played with the composition and made a painting that is full of contrasts, but also has some really beautiful synergy. I hope you'll join me. Bye.